So, you think you're in shape? You hit the gym, you lift the weights, you do the cardio. But what if I told you that everything we think we know about peak physical condition is just one tiny piece of the puzzle? What if the secrets to human endurance and agility weren't found in modern gyms, but in ancient traditions? We're talking about practices forged in the harshest environments on Earth, where your physical ability wasn't about getting likes on Instagram. It was about survival, community, and connecting with something primal. It's absolutely wild to think about. We get so caught up in our routines, our supplements, our high-tech gear, that we forget where this all comes from. The human body is this incredible machine, and for thousands of years, people have been pushing it to its absolute limits without a single dumbbell or treadmill. Prepare to be amazed as we unveil indigenous games from around the world. Practices that aren't just sports, but living tapestries of culture, history, and incredible athletic skill. These aren't just games, they're rituals, they're training for life and death, and they are some of the most mind-blowing displays of what the human animal is capable of. So, buckle up, because this is going to be a deep dive into a world of athleticism that most of us have never even heard of. We're going to explore the kind of strength and endurance that is built into the very DNA of these cultures. You're about to see feats you never thought possible. We're talking about pain tolerance that's off the charts, agility that defies physics, and stamina that would make a marathon runner look like they're just warming up. This stuff is real, it's raw, and it's going to make you rethink everything you thought you knew about fitness. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with something that's just brutal. It's called the ear pull, and it comes from the Inuit people in the Arctic. Now, listen to this. Two people sit facing each other, and they loop a piece of sinew or a tough string around one of each other's ears. The goal is to pull straight back, using only your neck and core strength, until the string rips off your opponent's ear, or they just give up from the sheer agonizing pain. It's not about brute force. It's about mental fortitude. It's a pure test of who can endure the most suffering. When you think about the environment they live in, the insane, biting cold, the constant threat of frostbite, this game makes a terrifying kind of sense. It's a direct simulation of the hardship you have to endure to survive up there. This isn't for points. It's not for a trophy. This is about forging resilience. It's a way to teach the younger generation that pain is temporary and your mind is stronger than your body. Imagine the mental state you have to be in to just sit there while a cord is trying to tear your ear off your head. It's a level of toughness that's almost impossible for us to comprehend in our comfortable, climate-controlled lives. They're not just playing a game, they're building the psychological armor needed for a life where a moment of weakness can be fatal. It's a lesson in grit, passed down through generations, and it's absolutely wild. Now let's jump to the other side of the world, to ancient India, and a game called Kho-Kho. On the surface, it looks like a high-speed, chaotic game of tag, but it's so much more complex and athletically demanding than that. This isn't your schoolyard game, this was literally warrior training. Imagine a team of chasers kneeling in a line while a single active chaser tries to tag runners from the opposing team. The chaser can only run in one direction until they tap another teammate on the back and yell, "Kho," to switch roles. It creates this lightning-fast, unpredictable relay of pursuit that requires insane agility and explosive speed. The runners have to juke, dive, and switch directions on a dime to survive. The level of coordination and nonverbal communication required is just off the charts. The chasers have to anticipate the runner's moves, and the active chaser has to know exactly when to pass the chase to a teammate who's in a better position. It's a physical chess match played at a full sprint. You're talking about developing reflexes, peripheral vision, and the kind of anaerobic capacity that would humble most professional athletes. Think about it. This was designed to train soldiers how to chase down and evade enemies in chaotic battlefield scenarios. Today, it's a professional sport with leagues, but its roots are in the deadly serious business of combat. It's pure, functional athleticism. This one is just mind-blowing. There's a tribe in the canyons of Mexico called the Tarahumara, or Raramuri, which translates to the running people. And they are not kidding. These people run distances that are almost mythological. We're not talking about a marathon. We're talking about running up to 200 miles in a single session. That's like running from Los Angeles to San Diego and back. But instead of on a flat road, it's through brutal, rocky canyons, often barefoot or in thin, homemade sandals. It's a feat of endurance that defies our modern understanding of human limits. Scientists have studied them and are still scratching their heads. Their bodies are just built differently, honed by centuries of this practice. For the Tarahumara, running isn't a workout. It's a fundamental part of their existence. It's spiritual, it's social, it's how they connect with their land and their community. They have these running games where they kick a small wooden ball for miles and miles, for days at a time, with the whole village participating. It's a moving celebration. This isn't about heart rate zones or carb-loading gels. It's about a deep, intrinsic joy in movement, a connection to the earth under their feet. It forces you to ask the question, what is the human body truly capable of when it's not constrained by our modern ideas of what's possible? These people are living proof that we've barely scratched the surface. Out on the vast open plains of Mongolia, you find a tradition that's as old as the empire of Genghis Khan horse racing. But this is nothing like the Kentucky Derby. Here, the jockeys are children, some as young as 5 years old. And they're not racing a mile on a manicured track. They are racing across 15 to 20 miles of rugged, unpredictable open steppe. It's a brutal test of stamina for both the horse and the rider. The kids ride with a skill and confidence that is just innate, born from a nomadic lifestyle where being on a horse is as natural as walking. It's an incredible display of the bond between human and animal. This isn't about a short burst of speed, it's about endurance, strategy, and a deep understanding of the animal and the terrain. These young riders have to pace their horses, navigate the treacherous ground, and push through exhaustion over incredible distances. For them, it's a rite of passage, a source of immense pride, and a central part of their biggest cultural festival, Nyadam. The whole thing is a testament to a life lived in harmony with nature and animals. These kids develop a level of toughness and responsibility at an age when most kids are just learning to tie their shoes. It's a powerful, raw, and beautiful expression of their heritage. Okay, get ready for something that looks like it's straight out of a martial arts movie. It's called Sepak Takraw, and it's popular throughout Southeast Asia. Imagine volleyball, but you can't use your hands or arms. You can only use your feet, your head, your knees, and your chest to get a small, hard rattan ball over the net. The result is one of the most acrobatically insane sports you will ever see. Players are doing flying bicycle kicks, gravity-defying headers, and agile blocks with their feet, all while suspended in mid-air. It's a beautiful, explosive combination of soccer, volleyball, and gymnastics. The level of flexibility, coordination, and explosive power required to play this game at a high level is just ridiculous. To spike the ball, what they call a sunback, a player has to jump, twist their body in the air, and smash the ball over the net with the sole of their foot, often from a height of 6 or 7 feet. It requires the flexibility of a yogi and the explosive power of a taekwondo master. This game is all about body control. You have to have an incredible sense of where you are in space at all times. It's a testament to what the human body can be trained to do when you remove the most obvious tools, your hands, and force it to adapt. Let's head to the misty hills of Scotland for the Highland Games. A lot of people have seen pictures of guys in kilts throwing stuff, but they might not realize the origins of these events. This wasn't just a friendly get-together, it was warrior training disguised as sport. When the English were trying to suppress the clans, they banned weapons. So the Scots, in a clever act of defiance, turned the tools of war and everyday life into competitive games. The caber toss, for instance, where you flip a massive log the size of a telephone pole, simulated skills needed to breach fortress walls or cross chasms. It's not about distance, it's about accuracy and control. Then you have the stone put and the hammer throw, which are direct descendants of throwing rocks and weapons in battle. These games are a pure test of raw, functional strength. You're not isolating muscles in a gym. You're using your entire body in a coordinated, explosive movement to launch a heavy, awkward object. It's about generating power from the ground up. These gatherings allowed clan chiefs to identify their strongest and most skilled men, the ones you'd want next to you in a fight. It's a living link to a warrior past, a celebration of strength, heritage, and the rebellious spirit of the Scottish people. Finally, let's go down under to Australia, to the Aboriginal peoples who have one of the oldest living cultures on Earth. Their games are deeply tied to the skills needed for survival in one of the planet's most demanding environments. They're not just for fun, they are practical lessons in hunting, foraging, and teamwork. Take a game like Kho-Kho, where players use sticks to hit a ball made of animal hide. It's a game that hones the hand-eye coordination and accuracy needed for throwing a spear or a boomerang to hunt for food. It's training that's seamlessly woven into the fabric of daily life and social gatherings. Another amazing example is Wagabaliri, a team-based keep-up game played with a possum skin ball, where the goal is to keep the ball from touching the ground, using only your feet and knees. This wasn't just about agility, it was about fostering cooperation and communication within the tribe. To succeed, everyone had to work together, anticipating each other's moves. These games were the classroom and the training ground, teaching vital survival skills while strengthening social bonds. It's a beautiful, holistic approach where fitness, culture, and survival are all one and the same. It's about a connection to the land and to each other, a wisdom that has been passed down for tens of thousands of years. So after seeing all this, what's the takeaway? For me, it's that we've commercialized and sanitized the idea of fitness. We've put it in a box, a clean, air-conditioned room with mirrors and machines. But these indigenous games reveal that human performance and fitness didn't start in a gym. They began in the wild, through rituals, survival, and celebration. They show that strength isn't just physical, it's cultural, mental, and spiritual. The ear pull teaches a mental toughness that no deadlift ever could. The Tarahumara show us an endurance that's tied to joy, not just a stopwatch. It's a completely different paradigm. These practices are a powerful reminder of our own potential. The human body is an incredible, adaptable machine, capable of so much more than we give it credit for. These games are a testament to human ingenuity and our deep connection to the natural world. They're not relics of the past. They are living traditions that hold profound lessons for us today. Lessons about community, resilience, and the sheer joy of pushing our bodies to see what they can do. It's about a holistic strength that involves the mind, the spirit, and the tribe. It makes you wonder what we've lost by trading the open step for the treadmill, or the canyon trail for the elliptical. Maybe the real secret to unlocking our ultimate potential isn't in the next fitness fad, but in looking back to the ancient primal wisdom that's been encoded in these games for centuries. It's something to think about next time you're working out. What are you really training for? Thanks for watching. Go out there and explore, be curious, and stay strong in every sense of the word.